Welcome to this video for parents, carers, pastors, youth workers, etc. Alongside the virtually Keswick Convention and the Keswick Youth Programme therein. And we're looking at Wednesday morning, and Tim Wickham is speaking on Psalm 4, and Tim normally looks after our 17 plus group in week 3. And he's showing us that we can have hope because Jesus slept, and specifically in the psalm because David slept. David took his worries to the Lord rather than dealing with them himself, and we saw that in doing so David's not deluded, he's not fooled like Absalom into worshipping idols that will always let us down. Neither does he lie in his bed plotting revenge, he doesn't get even. Or actually, he doesn't get jealous. Towards the end of the psalm, we see him say he's not getting jealous. Verse 6 and 7. Now we're well aware that as we talk about sleep, that for some there'll be all sorts of different reasons why they've struggled to sleep over these past few months. That can range from the relatively trivial to the really quite serious. So in our discussions we've encouraged young people to talk to parents and carers if they're struggling with sleep, and it may be right, and sometimes it is right, to speak to doctors about that, and to seek medical assistance with sleep. There are all sorts of reasons why we struggle to sleep. Now at the same time as that, we are holistic beings, which means that when God's word speaks into the area of sleep, it does so whether we're also seeking advice from elsewhere and following other helpful and right advice. So what we want to say is, look, even if this is a big issue for young people, even if it's something that they're really struggling with, God's word still applies. God's word still will speak to us and challenge and encourage us with this area of sleep. So be aware that that's being talked about, especially if you know that your young people are particularly struggling in that area. As always, resources are made, so you can print out those accompanying sheets for older and younger young people, and there are questions that you can work through with your young people there as well. Then in the evening we're going to be in Mark 4, looking at that bit where Jesus is asleep in the boat, and Tom Brown, who's involved in leading our 14 to 16s in week 3, he taught on this exceptionally, just really helpfully, unfolding how Christ is able to sleep because he's trusting in God's sovereign care, and he knows that he's heading for a greater storm, the greater storm of the cross. And that he, as he weathered that storm, as he there defeated our greatest enemies, our greatest worries, our greatest fears, he offers us a hope that we can trust in him and be preserved through the difficulties of this life, knowing that we have a God who is utterly in control and who has died in our place. Like I said, I wasn't going to preach at you in these videos, and I really need to heed that warning. But we have also created a bingo card. Again, that is online for you, so do check it out. And if you were going to tune into a session, this would be a really good one to tune into, to hear that talk explained far better than I can in a few quick moments. Thanks, see you tomorrow.